just sitting here realizing all the proof that I had. It was really much very hard evidence that could put a lot of people in prison. People doing repeating patterns, stalking, harassing, trying to roll up on me, trying to come near me. And a lot of people don't realize that one post about the person who threatened me in code. Pretty much the person was threatening me in a way that they were a sex trafficker, that was a predator. A lot of people don't realize that. I was threatened by somebody who is either from the dark web, and everything I had, I'm gonna need that YouTube channel back so I can post more of proof and evidence of what's going on. A lot of people don't realize that or don't understand that. What evidence and proof I had, that could put a lot of people in prison. That actually could get a lot of people locked up. Because they had accomplices, they had associations who were involved and putting hits out on me. People who were being predators towards me. People who has tried to unalive me. And that the FBI hired some of these people, especially from OnlyFans, who are also whores. They worked with them too. So that's what I'm saying though. Everything I had on that YouTube channel, there was a lot. And everybody seen that evidence. All the names of people, how people were acting towards me, where it was starting to add up to what I said. You know, that says a lot. And from all that proof and evidence being tampered with, and understanding and realizing that everything I had, a lot of people thinks that's like a game and a joke, but it's really not. Because it could easily get people locked up. It could easily get people put in prison for what they were participating in, jumping on the hate train, ganging up on me with others. There was knife threats, just threats all in general. People not understanding the seriousness of all the proof that I share. And the predators who prey upon women don't understand. I got proof against them even more. But Mike Fordyce just put himself in the middle of everything I shared and talked about what I was backing up. So that means he was also involved with them bikers. He was also involved with the FBI and the cops. And everybody else and anybody in that category who I named off. Actually, my proof and evidence is trying to be deleted altogether so people can't see what I'm talking about. So for the people out there, you keep trying to tamper with my evidence on anything that I'm on. That says you're hiding something. it shows that you don't want people to know the truth about what you do to me. Constantly putting my life at risk. And plus, a lot of people were involved. And stupidly, Skylar Lemon put Mike Fordyce in the middle of when there was bikers who put hits out on me. He also had a part in that too. And then why cops almost attempted murdered me. Enterprises were caught, and criminal activities were caught. Mike Fordyce has no idea what type of proof I had against him and all the people I've named off. He has no clue of what proof I had of. He has no acknowledgement of how serious that could get him locked up. From him constantly stalking me, being a woman predator, constantly him and Skylar ganged up on me that night. Mike Fordyce has no idea what he's done to himself. Pretty much Skylar Lemon and also Abigail Hampton also made it to where he could go down with every person I've named off. And everyone has seen that proof of what I've talked about, what I've shared. People admitted of committing organization, criminal activities, stalking me, harassing me, trying to hunt me down and my family. Constantly attacking me with people in groups. Mike Fordyce is playing with very dangerous things by not backing off of me. That's just more proof and evidence against him. That makes it look bad. And plus, it's more proof upon Skylar Lemon and Abigail Hampton, because they're the ones who brought Mike Fordyce in the middle of it. So that means Mike Fordyce also put hits out on me with the Illuminati, the Secret Society, the Freemasons, the bikers. People in town, out of town, and out of states too. He was an accomplice to it. And then plus them two ganging up on me, who preys upon women. And he preys upon people. And that's actually what I was catching. Mike Fordyce has no idea what the hell he's getting himself in the middle of. Or what the hell he's really doing. Because he's really hurting himself. He can actually get locked up in prison with the rest of the people. And RICO acts and organization is meaning that every person I've named off who's done community mobbing, community murder towards me, people who's really done things, people were paid off by the FBI, the cops, the bikers, to constantly gang up on me. So Mike Fordyce is right in the middle because Abigail Hampton helped out 2 other cousins, or 3. Actually, she's helped out a lot of bad cousins to try to get me unalived. And you were right along with Skylar Lemon and Mike Fordyce. Or right in the middle with Abigail Hampton and Skylar Lemon. Mike Fordyce is playing with dangerous things out here. He doesn't understand that could come back on him of not backing off of me. The others have backed off, but you two seem like you're the dumb ones who don't back off. It's because, you know why others have backed off? Because they don't feel like going to prison for what they participated in. I have their accomplices, their associations, and it won't be hard to figure out who you know, too, and who you're an accomplice is with. That won't be hard for me to figure it out, to find out. Who else do you know? Who are you trying to get in the middle of this? I promise you, the people that knows you would not even get involved because they're smart. They wouldn't even dare to get involved of what you put yourself in the middle of. People ain't going to be dumb enough to want to go to prison because Fordyce, Mike Fordyce, got in the middle of sex traffickers, predators, hitmans, hitwomans. That's came after me. And Abigail Hampton and Skylar Lemon were helping them type of people out to try to unalive me and trying to get me killed. So Mike Fordyce is right in the middle of it. See, that's where I'm getting at. He jumped on the hate train. And you gotta realize, I've mentioned a whole bunch of people's names. And if they find out that Mike Fordyce is not backing off of me, that is a risk that others could get in trouble because it's there regardless. Even though that my proof and evidence was tampered with on September 14th, it's not gone. It's there. Of how many times I've been targeted, stalked, harassed, people trying to community mob me and community murder me. I got proof on all of it. That's the thing though. Mike Fordyce didn't know that. That sex traffickers were coming after me. People from the dark web was coming after me. He was right in the middle of it. So he is an accomplice in an association with also helping hitmans, hitwomans, predators, attackers out. Because of Skylar Lemon. And they both literally thinks that this stuff is a game and a joke. Why do you think others have knocked it off with me? Why do you think others backed off of me? It seems like Skylar Lemon and Mike Fordyce thinks that it's funny to keep it up. And knowing that the FBI, pretty much Mike Fordyce and Skylar Lemon and Abigail Hampton actually helped the FBI and the Illuminati, the Secret Society, a Freemason, and the cops all worked together who put hits out on me. So Mike Fordyce had a part in that too. I didn't put you in the middle of it. It's because you hang around idiots and morons who makes you look stupid. You need to blame yourself. Don't you blame me, because I didn't put you in the middle of nothing. You freely decided to target me, but you had no idea what you got yourself in the middle of. It seems like Skylar Lemon, Mike Fordyce, don't take my proof and evidence and facts very seriously. What I have against them. And it's a very strong, it's strong against a lot of different people. And that community mobbing just happened the other time. That's proof itself of what I've said. Mike Fordyce screwed himself. He needs to blame himself for getting involved. And people putting hits out on me, trying to murder me, people trying to unalive me from all different angles. He don't know what he got himself in the middle of. He has no idea. That's how stupid he is. And then plus of him showing his ass off, of stalking me, and being a predator and preying upon me, he's very stupid. That just shows that if Mike Fordyce and Skylar Lemon keeps it up, all that proof and evidence I've talked about being tampered with. And people are asking me, why do I keep calling all these people predators? Why do I keep calling them pedophiles? Why do I keep calling them attempted murderers? People are seriously wondering, why am I referring to every person who's attacked me? I had every name down. There was repeating patterns of gun threats, pretty much threatening to come at me, threatening to hit me, threatening to roll up on me, trying to start something on me every time. Thank you for giving me more proof and evidence that I need against you both. It's more against you. And you people seem to give me the proof and evidence I need. You do. And that's exactly what a lot of people are shocked about. That you people try to do things in the dark. It's coming to the light of your real intentions of what you're trying to do. And I'm not the type of person to just drop it. Like, it will have to get out of my system sometime, one way or another. But that's the thing, though. You have put yourself in the middle of enterprises. You have put yourself in the middle of what I had proof and evidence against Abigail Hampton and Skylar Lemon and who and all else. You know, RICO acts and organization crimes is meaning that for every person I've named off who's came at me, that means everybody's could possibly get locked up at once. And it's not just one person. So that is the real good kicker. Mike Fordyce thinks that everything I've talked about, everything I've shared about, he literally thinks that everything is a game and a joke and don't take it very seriously. That I got proof and evidence against him very badly. And plus from Skylar acting up again, that's more evidence and proof against him again. Against everybody. All you do is repeat certain patterns and you give me the proof that I need to show it, that I am correct, that there is something wrong with you. I'm going to need my YouTube back up so that I could put the proof and evidence that I'm being pretty much ganged up on by male predators who preys upon women. Makes me wonder, did the FBI pay them? Because there was proof, and people did see it, that the FBI was going around paying people to come after me. So it wouldn't really surprise me, because Skylar Lemon's a druggie. So it really wouldn't surprise me, and Mike Fordyce wouldn't surprise me if the FBI and the cops are working with them to where they could attack me. But the FBI is not going to protect them. The cops are not going to protect them. Just because you took a bribe and you played with your life, they bribed you into committing a crime against me. I hope you know and understand that. You've also helped out Son of Silence, Outlaws, Mongols, Death Dealers, and Nomads. And trying to gang up on me with the police too. And trying to use police as protection or to be a bully towards me. The cops are not going to like the fact. Even that one, he couldn't understand why I kept calling Mike Fordyce and Skylar Lemon a male predator. My proof and evidence was tampered with. There is really, really hard evidence against every person I've said. And apparently, I guess Skylar Lemon and Mike Fordyce thinks that it's funny to play with that, knowing I'm getting more evidence and proof, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep it because I'm running low on my phone, storage-wise. Some of it's on my Facebook, some of it is elsewhere, but especially YouTube messed and tampered with my evidence. That should have been left alone. My YouTube should have been left alone. Because it had a lot of evidence and a lot of facts on very serious things that people were pulling upon me. Plus, I was starting to understand where it was coming from, who was starting it. You know, like, I had a huge paper trail, nothing but names of people. I did. And Mike Fordyce was right there. Mainly, them three were there too. Because stupidly, they were helping out the bad cousins to get me murdered. And they went right along with it. At that too. And they pretty much thinks all that is funny to go out and target people. But, you know, my proof and evidence could easily be seen still of what I'm talking about. And that's not really good if a person, like a law figure, gets curious to why am I calling people predators. And I said my evidence was tampered with on my YouTube channel. And this is all nothing of what I've been dealing with. And then knowing that people are trying to community mob me, trying to attack me, trying to plot on me all the time. You're just giving me the evidence and proof that I need against you. That I need, actually. And I say that it's proof and evidence. It's actually facts. That you people cannot keep coming out here and trying to switch the situation. You can't do that no more. Because people are starting to see it for what it is. Of what you guys have been doing towards me. And there was a whole, like, I'm not kidding you. It is hard to keep track of all those names I said too. Because there was a whole bunch of them. There was even women involved. And a lot of men. Who were also preying upon women too. So, really wouldn't surprise me. And then bad cousins, men or women. Those names of people were like stacked. And Mike Fordyce is right in that category of being a murderer and a killer. Because they were helping out people to try to get me unalived. And I had solid proof and facts to back it up that it was true. And Mike Fordyce was dumb enough to be suckered in by Abigail Hampton and Skylar Lemon for something stupid that now Mike Fordyce could easily get looked into of why is he getting involved of helping out all these people. Like, I'm not kidding you. All these attackers, all these attempters, all these predators, they hang out with each other. They're all adding each other. They're accomplices and they know it. And they know they're in the wrong for what they're doing. And they know they are. Skylar Lemon and Abigail Hampton has gotten a lot of people involved in it. That can easily, like I said, all my proof and evidence could easily get people put in prison if it was pushed. I had a paper trail going on. I was building up a case against Mike Fordyce. I was building up a case against what people were really doing. People were trying to get me killed and unalived and attacked. Others have backed off, but you two don't. And others are going to be really upset because you got to think. If you bring attention, if you constantly bring attention to where I have to speak up, that you also got put in the middle of it and you've helped out all these people from in town, out of states, all these hit men's, hit women's, you are bringing down a lot of people with you, and you brought yourself down by you keep attacking me, is what I got evidence against all yous, is what you do. You gang up on me, and there's even cousins' names are down. There was a few of a lot of bad cousins I've named off. So, yeah, thank you for giving me the proof and more evidence that I need against you. Because you just literally got on the hate train and you literally thought you can't trust Skylar Lemon or Abigail Hampton. They just got you fucked up out here. A lot of people has already seen all those names of people. And then once they find out that Mike Fordyce is in the middle of it too, you're fucked and you're screwed. All my evidence could put people in prison. All my proof and evidence could get people locked up. All at once. Not one by one. It would get all of the people in prison. Because it's that serious. People were paid. People were taking bribes. People were helping the Illuminati and the Secret Society and the Freemasons, and a Freemason did put a hit out on me, but it looked like there was more. Then you're also getting involved with bikers attacking me. How stupid of a motherfucker do you gotta be? Thank you for giving me the proof and evidence that you don't know when to back the fuck off. Thank you for giving me the proof that I need of you doing community mobbing. And that's the exact same thing as Abigail Hampton and Skylar Lemon did with Michelle Jones. That's all you, it's like a pattern. That's all you're known for, is to commit. You pretty much are gang stalking, community mobbing, community murder, abuse by proxy, flying monkeys. Actually, eventually, flying monkeys feel dumb in the end. Because they feel used. And that's exactly what people do. Flying monkeys feel dumb at the end. Because they feel like they were used. But some people were paid by the FBI to mess with me. To target me. They go towards druggies. Kind of like people like Mike Fordyce and Skylar Lemon. Who don't give a damn. That's who they go towards. And thank you for giving me the proof of you doing community mobbing. How that you're a predator, that you prey upon women. And that's exactly against community mobbing. That's community murder at that too. So like I said, if them two want to be dumb enough to keep it up, my proof and evidence is going to be seen. Just because it got tampered with, it is not gone. I had a lot of proof and evidence against people who were admitting of committing crimes, stalking me, harassing me, doing RICO and organization, trying to hunt me down and my family to kill me and my family off. And you people got right in the middle of it. Like Mike Fordyce. He's an idiot. He has no acknowledgement of what he's doing. He's very stupid. And you know what? And that, to be honest here, he is literally showing of everything that I needed to know. You calling Skylar Lemon to gang up on me, that's community mobbing. That's trying to get someone murdered or attempted on. That's almost like a hitman or a hitwoman situation. Because people can't fight their battles alone. It's because some of the people are scared because of the proof and evidence I had. And they know that my proof and evidence was tampered with. That's why they keep attacking. And they know what they're doing is wrong. And they know it is. There was a whole bunch of names there. Elizabeth Warner, Katrina Hendricks. From the 2016 situation, people tried to attempt murder me. So yeah, there's a lot of people who has tried to rehash my whole entire life. Trying to kidnap me, trying to murder me, try to unalive me, always trying to attack me, always stalking me, always bothering me. Yeah, I have proof upon that for a very long time. Like, it's been going on for straight 31 years, almost 32 years. I have a lot of proof against it. And there's a lot of people who were sickened by some of these people I've named off. Because some of them people has bullied others. And then, here's the funny kicker. All these people are thinking, I really wish they would run into this one woman. And guess what? Eventually, when people do run into me, these people laughs. At times, to be honest. Like them bullies, they've hurt a lot of people. Like, they have targeted a lot of people in this town. They have put fear upon some of these people in town. And then these people who were victims, when they finally hear me speaking upon these people and how they're trying to act, them people were glad they ran into me. Like, there's a lot of people who likes it when them type of bullies, murderers, attempters, who likes to attack people, runs into me. They love it. Because they know that I won't let it go. They know I will be the type to speak up. I won't shut up about it until somebody gets it through their skulls. When to back up, when to back off, and realize things are not as funny. Actually, a lot of people are glad I've caught these people doing enterprises, community mobbing, because people are seeing these people for who they are. They're nothing but bad news. They'll kill people on spot. They'll try to unalive someone. Or they're going to try to beat up someone. And then usually these type of bullies get mad. Well, you know what? These type of it's more than bullying. Like, every person, every name I've said, there were people hoping that some of these bullies would run into me. And it's really odd and really strange. It seems to happen every time, because one of them tried to kill me. A son is silent. I was finding bullets in my home. She threatened to shoot me. So, one night, walking out and about, she ran back to Lafayette. She got ran out of town because I snapped off at her. That's why people think it's funny when bullies want to act up, but they know if these type of people runs into me, I know how to handle them type of murderers, attempters, predators. I will put them on the spot. Like, I will make them famous. Because some people don't have the bravery to do it. Because they were probably ganged up on by Mike Fordyce and Abigail Hampton and Skylar Lemon and others. I bet you that's actually why people kind of find it funny when actually a video is shown that these people rolled up on me. They literally thought they were going to act up or act like they're going to attack me, or was going to, because they had it planned out. And then watching them on video, backing down, backing off, when they were showing up to act like they were going to do something. Like, they were literally going to act like they were going to try to do something. So, pretty much trying to intimidate a person was their worst mistake of their lives. Literally, it is shown on video that they were the ones who rolled up on me. They're the ones who were trying to show up because they had it planned that they were going to attack me. They were going to try to hurt me. So then when I got up in their faces, you know what usually happens when you get up in their face? They tell you to back off. Well, guess what? That don't work. That reverse psychology, your excuses are out the door. That's just cowardly behavior. When you act like you're going to roll up on someone, and then when someone literally gets in your face, and you tell a person to back off, really when you're the ones who should have left a person alone. You were the aggressors. So that's actually why people finds it very comical when them type of people comes my way. Or people were hoping, because they knew eventually one of these times one of these people were going to run into me and it wasn't going to be pleasant. Because I won't tolerate it. Because I will speak up. And a lot of people knew it. So that's actually why some people are glad that there's proof to be shown that some people are all mouths. They try to act tough, but once you get up in their face, they want to back down. They want you to back off. But they need to learn that not everybody is afraid of them. Not everybody is intimidated by them. And people knew when there's something going on. And they have actually bullied. They probably hurted a lot of people around this town. And people were too afraid to speak up. I can guarantee you that. There's a lot of people who will not confront them. There's a lot of people who were hoping and wishing that some of the people I have called out that's been targeting me, coming after me, and when people saw how many people I have confronted, had proof of catching whatever the crap's going on, people are glad and happy about it. They are. They feel relieved that someone finally said something. And some people are too afraid to do it. See, that's the thing though. You really shouldn't be afraid, but it seems to happen like that every time. Whenever there's something going on, I've always felt it like this, like really strange. That every person I've named off that's came at me, tried to unalive me, they've also tried to do the exact same thing to people too. And that's actually probably why people are glad. Because it helps people to get proof of what them attackers do to me has tried to do to others. So they would know how to protect themselves. You know how that works? Maybe some people didn't realize that how they can be, of how they target people. And everybody knew one of these times they were going to run into me. And it was going to be an issue and a problem. And they felt it coming. You know, like the old saying, calm before the storm. Yeah. When that day finally hit, and everybody seen me going off on these bullies, going off on these predators, because they've hurt a lot of people. They have gotten away with it for way too long. They have. And then when they run into somebody like me, they can't stand me. I can't stand you for preying upon people. I can't stand you acting like a predator. I won't tolerate you. See, that's the thing, though. There is a point in time to where I will say something, but it's ridiculous if I gotta do it every time. It's like stupid. But then again, everybody loves it. When these people screw with me, they know I'm gonna get evidence and proof against whoever the bullies are in this town, or out of town, or out of state. Some people actually find it amusing. They're just not going to tell me that they actually appreciate. They find it amusing. They find it very comical that I've always embarrassed my attackers. I've always humiliated my bullies. Eventually in time. So, that's what I'm saying, though. Mike Fordyce has no idea what he's done or what he's doing or who he helped. He just got in the middle of stuff just because he thought it was cool, when truthfully it's not cool. He just made himself look really, really bad to the public, to where he could easily end up in prison just with the rest of them. He made himself look like a predator. He made himself look like a bully. He literally made himself look so stupid by trusting people. You can't trust idiots and morons. And people like Mike Fordyce, who thinks that all this is a game and a joke, knowing I have a lot of proof and evidence against him, and Skylar, and Abigail Hampton, Katrina Hendricks, Elena Elliott, Ivy Green, with cops and bikers. And that's the thing, though. There's a lot of people who's trying to use the cops to bully me. Like, they're trying to use a cop as a shield to protect them so they can keep up the abuse. That's what some people do. Some people misuses the cops. They do it all the damn time. Mike Fordyce is asking for it. He has no idea. All the proof and evidence I had. The FBI, the cops, the Illuminati, Secret Society, the Freemasons. Oh yeah. Different biker groups, Son of Silence, Outlaws, Mongols, Death Dealers, Nomads. Using cops to target me. And then cops almost tried to kill me because of teenagers and bikers. And they set it up, the cops. Oh yeah, Mike Fordyce is really in for one. So what does that mean? Does that mean, did Mike Fordyce pay these teenagers too? To come after me? Try to get me killed? Did these bikers go to Mike Fordyce? What's really the dealio? Like, it makes you question. Makes you question a lot. Who the heck did he talk to? If someone got you involved of who attacked me and they talked to you, you're an idiot. Straight up.